This is Suna Senman here with a reading number 52 of A Course of Love. We are in the Use and Understanding Chapter 10, starting with the last paragraph of reading 51. The beginning of all transformation is at the source, and this is as true of illusion as of the truth. You see your body as yourself, and yourself as source of all that you have done and felt in all your days upon this earth. Yet your real source is at the center of yourself, the altar to your Creator, the self with a capital S you share in unity with Christ. Christ is the part of God that resides in you, not in separation, but in the eternal wholeness in which God and you together exist in truth. For those of you who have been journeying long, as well as those who are just beginning, this abandonment of the body as your home and source of all you are is the greatest hurdle to overcome. As you observe the body and dare to think of life without it, you again and again encounter its reality. When its awareness begins to leave you is just when you may be beset by headaches, back pain, and other seeming maladies. This is the separated self that you have made calling you back to the body to prove to you that it is insurmountable. Many people at this point try to think these maladies away, and when they do not succeed, they see this as further evidence of their entrenchment in the body. Beware all attempts to think the body away and to think miracles into existence. This desire merely shows you know not the source of healing and are not ready to be healed. That you are not ready yet does not mean you will not be ready, just as having lost something does not mean it no longer exists. Yet your separated self would cite all evidence of its failure to be other than separate and be quick to point out to you the impossibility of being other than what you are, a body. This is the fact. It whispers constantly in your ear. The lie that it would have you believe makes all else you would learn here as impossible as this. You listen to this voice because it has been your constant companion and teacher in your separation, not realizing that what it has taught you is to be separate. Be warned that it will constantly try to interfere as long as you place any merit in what it tells you. Think of another, a teacher or a parent, whose voice you hear as you go through your days. Whether you want to hear this voice or not, whether this voice was wise or foolish, the very repetition of this voice keeps it in your memory. This may be the voice that says, "Stand up straight," or "You're special," or "You will never amount to anything." Many of you have had used therapy to still the negative messages that you hear, and after much effort succeeded at replacing what was negative with messages of more positive nature. And these are but messages of an outside source. Your own thoughts are much more persistent and insistent than these. They have been with you longer and more constantly. Vigilance is needed to dislodge them. I tell you this not to discourage you, but to encourage you not to give up. Your purpose now is the holiest possible, and all of heaven is with you. All that is needed is your continued willingness. All that can cause you to fail is giving up. I give you these examples that will make you say, "It will not be easy," but I tell you neither will it be hard if you but remember this. Your willingness is all that is needed. When your separated self whispers to you, "Your body is but a fact," all you need to tell yourself is, "I'm still willing to believe otherwise." Be aware also of your desire for reward. As you feel yourself becoming closer to God and your true self, as you gain more awareness of yourself as a good person and one trying to be better still, you will begin to look for your rewards. Later, you will look back upon this time and smile and laugh out loud at the innocence of these desires that but revealed to you that you stand merely at the beginning of the curriculum. To want a reward for goodness, for trying harder, for being closer to God than your brother or sister, are all desires of your separated self wanting something for itself and all its effort. But this is but a stage you will pass through. Though some may linger there longer, You will stay until you realize that all are good and that you cannot earn more of God's good graces than your brother. You will stay until you realize that God has given everything already to everyone. But state your willingness, a willingness to believe that you have everything you need despite the fact that it does not seem so. Your willingness is all that is needed to move you through this stage and to the next. Be encouraged rather than discouraged that God does not grant all your desires here, for these are not yet your true desires, and the rewards you would choose here are as dust to those you will become aware of as you proceed. And that was reading 52. Take some deep breaths in. Release, release, release. Enjoy the warmth of your inner being. Enjoy today.